Uh-oh. We're live. What do we do now? Oh, yeah.
You are listening to the only show where a former police officer, alongside a current law school student, tackle politics, the legal system, and corruption. The show, known around the world as Qualified Immunity.
I don't even want to push it now. Because somebody decided to mess with me at sound check.
You ready?
Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
You shouldn't have waited.
The president's out of Walter Reed Medical Center.
But he's not out of the woods yet, is what I read.
God. How come I knew you would say that? He's not out of the woods yet.
That's what the article said.
From what? The New York Times?
Probably. I didn't even check the
You
source.
didn't. You can't bring anything on this show and not check the source.
I mean, I can. It's just
That's fake news. It's fake news. He had a positive test. Such a positive, wonderful
I thought you weren't even looking at those memes anymore.
That's the one I read.
Okay. You are fake news.
You are fake news. So he's
not going to die.
of COVID.
Of COVID.
I would probably die if I had to debate Joe Biden 2 more times. I
Feel your IQ points lowering.
Just I don't know what's going on.
Just shut up, man.
Just shut up, man. I don't know what's actually happening in this. If I'm not sure what was worse, the Lakers in Game 3 or the first debate, because both was a dumpster fire.
I don't know. I didn't watch the Lakers in Game 3. I can't tell you. I have no input on that.
You watched part of it. Okay, you were in the room while I was watching part of it.
I was in the room. I wasn't watching.
It took everything inside of me to scream at the TV. During the debate, I actually did just scream at the TV, though.
That is true. Yeah. Although there was a lot to scream at during the debate. Tulsa's Republican mayor.
Tulsa's Republican mayor. Somebody needs to sue Chris Wallace for that. Sorry. Because I guess Fort Worth was the same way. Their mayor's nonpartisan.
Well, I guess if G.T. Bynum wants to, I guess...
There's no way that man would be a Republican. No. Not even close.
That's what we taught. That's what we said. When, the second that he said that, we both looked at each other and I said, you asked, they're not Republican, are they?
They're not Republican.
And I said, no way.
Because I was on a city council that was nonpartisan.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what was the other thing? Religious bigot was another thing. Hating on Irish Catholics.
Oh, yeah. I'm
that was great. That was hilarious.
I couldn't even scream at the TV at that because I just, I'm looking at you blinking. Because we had literally just done the episode on Barrett.
Who is?
Catholic. And Irish. And graduated from an Irish Catholic university that you might or may not have heard of called Notre Dame. Or if you want to say it properly, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Just take the wrong out of both of them. Okay.
Be a winner today. Hashtag Rudy. You have no idea what I'm even talking about, do you?
No. Be a winner today. What are you talking about?
Be a champion today. Or play like a champion today. It's what's in the hallway, the football. Yeah. The hallway going onto the field of Notre Dame football.
Oh, okay. That's probably why.
You need to go watch Rudy.
So many reasons I wouldn't know that.
Football, Notre Dame, Catholic, sports.
Yeah. Yep. All of the above, and probably more.
I can't believe you've never seen Rudy, though.
I probably have. I just didn't pay attention.
You would know it if you saw it. Why does YouTube email me to tell me I'm live on my channel?
Just in case you didn't know, you're live. Don't screw it up.
Like, they will literally email me 4 or 5 times during this. Like, you're live on your channel. No shit, Sherlock. Like, thank you for notifying them. I can see there being people. Yeah. Hi.
Is that them again?
Yeah. Yeah. That's YouTube again.
We know.
Thank you for the update. We know.
We know.
Holy cow. Anyway. And for anybody griping about the audio quality on the video, give me a couple weeks. I think I'm about to turn the TV off over my shoulder.
I'm sorry. It's a Ford commercial. I'm so sorry.
Remember, this is why we had to change sides at the other hotel, because I got distracted watching baseball, and then you got distracted watching Star Wars.
Yeah. I just want to say the new Bronco looks like something out of like Minecraft.
The new Bronco looks like dog crap.
It's bad.
It's
also,
it's not even on a truck frame either.
Also, if that was a Mustang, I'm horribly disappointed in one of
It probably was.
Oh my gosh.
Was it 2 doors?
Yeah.
Then it's a Mustang.
Okay.
There you go.
That's disgusting.
Because Ford doesn't make another 2-door car.
Well, apparently they should, because that one looks like
Oh, the president's out of the hospital, which on an actual like human being though, good, because I don't want anybody to die.
I wonder if he'll be back.
Because he's back in black. Sorry.
I mean, if he gets out of the hospital and like just goes back to,
Supposedly it's going back to normal.
well, that's how you get COVID in the first place.
It's even get COVID in the first place.
I mean, he had to get it from somewhere.
No, he got it from Hicks.
Well,
Where did she get it
it's
at?
running through his entire team now.
Okay,
So,
drink Motrin, take water.
that sounds like military advice.
Change your socks.
No,
I'm not saying it's not a bad. People don't get it. They're like, "Oh, you're downplaying COVID." I'm not downplaying.
It really isn't that severe.
I'm not downplaying the reality of COVID existing. I am downplaying the severity in which everybody thinks it affects people. Which I'm gonna catch all sorts of hell for this, and I always do.
If you're under 70 and in good shape, pop a few vitamin gummies. You're fine.
I don't know anybody that's died from it. I know a lot of people's had it.
Yeah. I know a few people that have had it, but not very many, and none of them had like severe complications.
I know a lot of people who have had it.
But I'm sure people actually do, like, have severe symptoms.
But how many?
I don't know.
1 out of 100? 1 out of 1,000? It's the hum. I'm telling you, it's got to be the hum.
It's not even that late.
I
Like,
know.
we moved our recording time up.
I'm not that tired. I have a lot on my mind.
Okay.
The economy's stupid.
Yeah.
It's just something has to give, because if there's a couple local places that I know in the last 48 hours who have government local places. Let me clarify that. Local government who have shut down indefinitely, like until further notice.
Were they in a courthouse?
Yep. Okay, stop. From a legal perspective.
Yeah.
I was the cop, you're the lawyer.
Oh dear. Okay. What?
Does that not suspend due process?
Well, earlier this year earlier this year around March, the Supreme Court actually issued what I want to say they were called SCAD orders. I don't remember exactly what they were called. So the Supreme Court issued orders, hey, every court in the entire state, basically your statute of limitations on everything, postpone until we tell you otherwise. And every courthouse was supposed to take certain measures. Most of them didn't get the memo and didn't really follow what the court said. But they basically, I don't want to say it's suspended due process because it doesn't necessarily work like that.
But it does, because if you are effectively suspending due process.
Yeah, if a courthouse shuts down, or any of the essential like offices to, you know what I mean? Like
If the court clerk shuts down,
Yeah.
if
the judges aren't available.
If the judges aren't available, I mean, to some extent, you talk about civil side of that.
You can't sue people.
If the county clerk shuts down,
County clerk or court clerk?
If the county assessor and county clerk shut down,
Oh,
it
yeah.
rocks civil.
Well, the county clerk doesn't handle civil suits; they just record deeds for the most part.
Exactly.
But
if you go to court and win a claim over a deed, who's going to process the deed work?
Yeah.
Because I went through deeds last week, and that was.
And I do know some courthouses are taking them electronically, but still, some people don't have the capability of filing electronically. Like they don't have the means to actually do that.
Yeah, just because it's 2020, and I mean, you can, hotwire a podcast that is, the actual podcast is pretty decent quality. The video, I'm working on it. But if you can hotwire a podcast for less than $1,000, right around $1,000, everybody thinks, oh, that means everybody has access to the internet. And access is one thing. Two, understanding how to function on it is another thing.
Most of the 85-year-olds that I know probably don't know how to file electronically.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because my parents are in their 80s, and my dad could figure it out. My mom, no way. Mm-hmm. No way. Like, I love my mom to death, but
see, my parents aren't even that old, and I don't think my mom can figure it out.
If I sent my mom an email one time and she responded 6 weeks later, like, my mom doesn't check email, yada yada, and she's got an iPhone now.
My mother is still asking me how to transfer data from her flip phone over to her laptop.
Oh, very slowly.
Yeah.
But this is my point. So I know of at least one court clerk that shut down indefinitely.
Yeah.
Until further notice, this court clerk's office is closed. Anybody that doesn't know this, you need the court clerk's office to do anything.
You can't sue people. You can't file any paperwork like warrants, informations to.
You can't settle any cases.
You can't settle cases. Can't dismiss cases. Can't do it
because the court clerk's office is their entire job is to record what happens in court and to take payments ordered by the court.
Yeah.
So you get this moment of time of, on a Friday night, if a cop goes out there to arrest somebody for...
you can't file motions. Like, if you're in a criminal case and you can't file a motion...
Exactly.
I wonder if that courthouse has suspended, like, time limits for criminal cases. Like, if you have to file a motion before a certain date.
Yeah. I don't know. But you run into this whole question, because I asked this question in March.
Yeah.
And this is what started down the road of the viral TikTok and the getting here. I asked this question in March. If I arrest somebody right now,
yeah, when
do they get their day in court? And a lot of the answers was, we don't know.
That is fair. I didn't think about that. You do have speedy trial implications with this.
You are effectively suspending due process.
Oh my gosh.
Think about the ramifications of closing a courthouse.
Yeah. Well, and back in March, it didn't impact as much because the Supreme Court said, "Hey, just don't worry about it. Just put everything off until we tell you otherwise."
But my question at that point becomes,
But incarcerated individuals
doesn't
change anything for them.
No.
They're still waiting at that point.
So if you can't make bail,
yeah,
which throws in the idea of monetary bail,
yeah,
which, hold on to your hats, California doing away with it wasn't a bad thing.
Oh no, there are talks about actually doing away with it. I think there are actually pretty good reasons to actually do that. So, but
if you will start a holy war on the conservative side if you start talking about getting rid of monetary. But if they couldn't have paid the bail, they shouldn't have done the crime. Innocent until proven guilty. Sorry, but
I hadn't thought about this, but the shutdown is actually discriminatory against poor people because if they can't make
Bail. That's what I said, and everybody missed it. They're like, "What are you talking about? That's stupid." No, because
no, it's not stupid to the people that are in jail.
Because, and I've said this since the beginning, day one of the show. Laws are disproportionately, at least enforced, against communities in poverty, impoverished communities below the poverty line, most of which are minorities.
Yeah.
So if this person gets arrested for, let's just say, dealing dope, the biggest victimless crime known to mankind. But if, say, somebody gets arrested on a Friday night for dealing dope, okay, generally speaking, Monday or Tuesday, they see a judge. However, now they get arrested on a Tuesday for dealing dope. They can't make the, I don't know, $1,500 bail. I mean, granted, they have to come up with $150, but actually, I take that back. You can't have a bail hearing.
Yeah. Yep.
So unless it's predestined, like a DUI or something, if this is the set bail for every DUI, so unless it's predestined what the bail amount is, you can't even have a bail hearing without a court clerk's office open. So that person could sit in jail until further notice indefinitely. You could talk 6 days down the road, but when these shutdowns happen, we've seen this. It's a month or two.
Yeah.
That they're sitting incarcerated because you can't even have a bail hearing without a court clerk's office.
Yeah.
So tell me again tell me again that this is not a direct suspension of due process. Because face it, under the current way in that county, and under the way that a lot of places went in March, if you got arrested on X amount of crimes that you could possibly commit, you're going to sit in jail until, we don't know.
I guess it's a due process violation unless you're just willing to let people out until their
court date.
Yeah.
But how do you give them a court date? That's what a lot of places in metros were doing. They were giving ghost court dates, hoping they'd be open by then. Like major metros were like, yeah, your court date's April 14th. And then they would call them or send them a letter. That's the other thing that drives me nuts. Sending people letters. They would call them and say, well, sorry, we're not open yet. Your court date's been moved to May 14th. I mean, literally just moved to move.
Well, and the other thing is, back in March when we had those orders from the Supreme Court, like I kind of expect that they know the system well enough that they can oil that machine well enough that it'll work when you do something like that. Did we talk about the incompetence of government today? Well, here's the thing. I don't know if the county courthouse is going to be thinking that far ahead when they do something like this. Where they shut down the court clerk's office. No, they're thinking 6 feet in front of them. Sorry. I'm really curious what that courthouse is doing now. I mean, I wonder if they had the forethought to say, "Hey, we're going to have to." Didn't in March. They what? Did not have that forethought in March. They were supposed to. I mean, the Supreme Court told them to. They didn't. I'm telling you, it was ghost trial dates. It was ghost dates. Well, we think it's going to be here. Then we think it's going to be here, and then we think it's going to be here. I know of a case that was supposed to have a date in April. Just constant continuances. It wasn't even continuances. It was, the date was supposed to be in March. Then another date was then the courthouse shut down. They got moved to April. They got moved to May. They got moved to June. And they got moved to July. Yeah. And in July, it actually happened. What's the saying? That you live in interesting times. Oh, dude, we live in interesting times. Okay, I'll go back to something. I don't remember if I asked you on or off yesterday. Election's held tomorrow. I think it was on here. Oh, yeah. You still think Trump wins? Because COVID's on if you believe the test, and you believe the numbers, and you believe everything you see, If it's held tomorrow, I think Trump wins, but we've got a whole month to go.
And COVID's spiking.
Yeah.
Hard. I mean, there have been multiple people that just... I don't know why I actually say that. I don't know why.
I mean, the numbers are going up.
The numbers are going up, and the problem is we're actually seeing it this time.
Yeah.
Versus...
The last time it was...
Okay, where are all these people at?
Yeah.
Versus this time, it's... I know people.
Yeah.
You start doing shutdowns again now, man. It's going to be a long, cold winter.
I wonder if the birth rate is going to spike here in a couple of months.
I really want... Let's see. March plus... December... New... March or April. Yeah, that'd be December... January, maybe. Thank you, quarantine. Of a whole new generation of stupidity due to stupidity. Oh. So he's effectively suspended speedy trials. We've effectively suspended due process. So if you break one of 9 million laws up there, guess what? You get to sit in county. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Don't, is that not wrong?
Well, I've worked on cases where people died in county, so don't do that, please.
Yeah, especially living in Oklahoma County.
Yeah. Although I hear their prison is easy to break out of.
From the 9th floor.
Yeah. The escape-proof prison. That's such a joke. What a joke.
Jail, not prison, jail.
Jail. Sorry.
Come on, law school. There's a specific difference.
They literally tied bed sheets together.
Yeah, I did.
Like what?
If you haven't seen this, go Google. I don't know if they ever caught the guy.
I think they did.
Did they?
I think so.
That was one of those.
But the fact that you can, this is not 1400.
No.
This is not 1200. Like you can't tie bed sheets together and escape from a jail. That's
Yes,
not
you
how
can.
this
It happened in 2020 in Oklahoma City. From the deadliest jail in the country.
I wonder if they're like tied around the bedpost or.
I don't know.
Because that would be even more classy.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Oh man. Do you think shutdown? Do you think rounds of shutdowns are coming?
Every time you say okay, I get really nervous. Okay.
Okay.
What was the question? Sorry.
Round is number is. You ready?
Are you on drugs?
I don't know. Have you tried DMT? I swear that gets said once an episode now.
Okay.
Do you think round 2 of shutdowns are coming? Honestly, quit playing political chess in your head. I know what you're doing right now. Are round 2 of shutdowns coming?
The numbers keep going up. Yep.
Before November 3rd.
Probably, but I'm trying to think how this works. Like how they're going to do this.
Who's they?
Whoever institutes the shutdown. I don't know. I mean, how do you have an election in the middle of a shutdown?
The United States Department of Shutdown.
Yes, that's who.
Oh, what? How do you have what?
How do you have an election in the middle of a shutdown? How do you show up and vote, as Trump said, in the middle?
You don't.
Are we like tapping Morse code now?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Never said
Sorry, that's not what I was tapping.
I know, but it was close enough to it that I.
You know what I was tapping?
Yeah, the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. What happens every time I see Kamala Harris walk out the stage? What?
Supreme Chancellor Harris. I
am the Senate.
Oh, that's awkward. Because she's going to be vice president, which is
The Senate.
the Senate.
She's going to be vice president? Oh. You heard it here first. Biden here's 2020.
Hopefully that was a Freudian slip.
I was like,
and not prophetic in any measure at all.
Mr. Lucas Cohen called it. Vice President Harris. The meme.
Please no.
The
Please
meme
no.
game out of
No.
that.
Please no.
Please no.
I'm begging you.
Okay, we're still live according to YouTube.
It's like just in case you needed a reminder.
Oh.
I'm on my good behavior. I promise. I'm doing my best.
Hey, technically you're on Facebook.
First time in well, not really.
Not really.
I'm gonna say first time in a long time, but I've been doing this the whole time that I've been banned.
Watch the show gets banned on Facebook tomorrow. I'm gonna hate you so much.
Probably. How do you really think they're gonna shut down and not have an election? After all that crap about mail-in ballots are too risky.
No, I think we're gonna have an election.
You think we're gonna have an election?
Yeah.
Okay.
But skin of my teeth.
Republicans are gonna win.
Uh-huh.
Because from what I've seen, Republicans are less likely to actually believe that COVID is dangerous.
Uh-huh.
Which means Democrats are more likely to stay home.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if this influences JoJo's chances.
Uh-huh.
Good or bad?
Uh-huh.
Wait, will you give me some input here? Other than
Uh-huh. What? You were doing good. I was just letting you go with it.
do you think what do you think it does to JoJo's chances? And don't say uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I mean, I think it helps her. I don't know. Because the Libertarian Party's so...
I think it helps her numbers, but I don't think
I think it helps her numbers, but it doesn't help the chance to flip a state.
it doesn't put her any closer to winning.
No, yeah, that's my point. It doesn't put her any closer to winning.
Because she's not actually winning votes, it's just other people aren't showing up.
Which, I mean, that's still winning votes. I mean,
Yeah.
all that matters at the end of the day is 50.1.
Yeah, but...
Or 270. Let's get real honest. Well, what really matters at the end of the day is 270. However, it's all about ballot access at this point. I mean, it really is.
Is it too late to request absentee ballots?
I have no idea.
I guess that would depend on your state. Which, in Oklahoma, probably. I mean, we have the...
Why aren't you just going to show up and vote?
Oh, I'm just curious
sorry.
if, our listeners are going to be able to vote. I'm thinking of the people here.
Sorry, I'm a real libertarian. Figure it out on your own. You have Google.
I'm probably going to show up and vote.
Thinking of the people here. Okay, FDR. What are you going to do next? Start building bridges?
I love democracy. I love the republic.
No. So sick of that word. The 97th time I'm going to say it before I lose my voice saying it. We are not a democracy.
There's a reference there.
What?
One word, Judge.
I don't get it.
It's a Boston legal reference. There's an episode where somebody's... I think they're trying to get an injunction because they lost their job because of their sexual orientation, and the judge keeps going saying homosexual.
Homosexual.
And the lawyer has to keep saying one word, Judge. It's just one word.
I can't even see this now. One word, Judge. One word. We are not a democracy. We are a republic. And everybody twists this. Oh, well, yeah, but we're a democratic republic. Go back to civics. Just go back to civics. Anybody else pull out? Have you looked at
Probably not.
what's the site that says we're always crashing.
Hmm?
Oh, the economic site.
Oh, Zero Hedge.
Yeah, Zero Hedge. I haven't looked at Zero Hedge this week.
I haven't looked at it lately either.
I'm almost afraid to look at Zero Hedge.
Yeah, you probably should be. If you're looking for encouragement, don't go there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What are we looking at?
I was looking at a comment.
Okay, well,
Haters gonna hate.
potato's gonna potate. Alligator.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
We're not done yet. Are we?
no.
Oh, I was gonna leave and go home.
I mean, I could finish the show. We talked about like the Dallas Cowboys and
There's not much to talk about there.
yeah, there's really not. That's the sad part. Hey, by the way, we're getting rebranded January 1st.
We are
Uh-huh.
into what?
I'm not gonna say that yet.
I think just based on what you said in this podcast, we should call it Hot Wired.
.com.
Yeah, never mind. Don't do that.
I think it's gonna be a little hard to buy that domain name.
Well,
my
yeah.
God.
I didn't think about the domain name. The trademark, I mean, that could probably work. You do that. You get a trademark for that. I mean, you're not producing the same thing. So.
Stop.
Okay, sorry. I'm taking a class on that right now. Sorry.
I haven't taken a class since 2011, 12-ish.
Educate yourself.
I'm a graduated master's student at the University of YouTube.
Okay, that's fair. That's actually fair.
Like between YouTubes and books written in the 1950s.
Is that like Donald Trump University?
No, this is not like Donald Trump University.
Pay $30,000 for a piece of paper that really doesn't do anything.
That really does nothing. But hey, if it worked, it worked.
I guess law school is somewhat more useful
Oh.
than that. I'm joking.
Oh. Wait. Never mind. I'll ask you later.
Oh dear. You're lying.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
I'm gonna do TikTok live. You should go home tonight. It's gonna be good.
Is TikTok still up?
Yeah.
I thought they were supposed to be banned. Or
They
something.
were. I was on it today, actually.
So they're banned, but they're not banned.
They're banned, but they're not banned. You kidding me? There was an ad for TikTok in the middle of the NBA Finals last night.
Does this go back to government competence?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give you the COVID.
So, me, my wife, my kids, and a friend of ours were standing in a rather, in a Walmart. I'm gonna try and hide it. Standing in an aisle in Walmart talking, and people like running and like social distancing was not a thing. But we kept getting glared at because
You're not wearing a mask.
I didn't have a mask on.
Put a mask on.
Yeah, like glared at. And somebody made the comment, how do we get people away from us? Like, how do you get people like not like run into us? And I literally was like, like 3 people all of a sudden diverted in the other direction.
It works.
I was like, I don't even feel bad.
Well, and back in March, you could do it by like kind of coughing a little bit, wheezing a little bit, and then saying, "Man, that's been getting worse since I got off the airplane."
Yeah, you could. All of a sudden, there's like, oh, did you want to go first in line? Oh.
Am I a bad person?
Yes.
I'm a bad person.
It's okay. Some of it has to be innocent and pure.
Not everybody can be perfect like Greg.
I thought you were going to vomit walking down the hallway when I said that earlier.
Did I stop walking?
You like stutter stepped like.
Okay, I didn't notice. I was just like, what? What was that? I must have misheard what he said. Don't die. Don't spit on the computer either.
Yeah, I know, right? Go that way. Oh, I really didn't like it's almost like during sound check when you're like, you ready? And I'm like, what are you doing?
Story time.
Story time.
He unmuted his mic, and he begins every episode this way, and so I just cut him off and said, "You ready?" And everything
Total
stopped.
meltdown.
Everything stopped.
I was like, what? I
should have waited and done it on air. That would have been good.
This is why I'm the practical joker.
Because I actually do it when it ruins stuff.
You what?
I might actually do it when it ruins stuff.
No, you do it when nobody's listening. I'm over here like, hey, he's 6'3", he's about to graduate law school, and he's single.
That's what you think.
He's single. At the Lucas Cohen on Twitter. Slide in those DMs.
Okay.
I mean, if you look like a trophy and want to be a wife, I'm sure he's not going to turn you down.
I might this week, but next week's a different story.
Sorry.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. I gave somebody an idea and it worked.
What are they going to message me on Twitter?
No.
Good.
This is a totally different idea.
Is this about the drive-thru fixing the height on the?
No, but they actually did.
Or you can use the drive-thru now.
Yeah, I can use the drive-thru. No, I can use the stall outside.
Sorry, drive-in.
Because they apparently changed the lights out. I like it was an anonymous complaint on their website.
Oh, so it's not because of the podcast.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It could be. I don't know. I just know I complained on the podcast, and I like the same day submitted an anonymous complaint. That was like 2 weeks ago, and ta-da, the lights get fixed. Chick-fil-A, you're next on the list. I still can't get in your drive-thru.
Watch that get fixed next week.
I will get my stupid lifted truck into some drive-thrus before this is over with.
That's the one thing you're getting out of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm getting drive-thrus fixed across America. See if Zero had just said anything remotely good about the economy.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to.
Oh yeah, you need encouragement today. You need encouragement. I'm like, hey, go look up Zero
Oh
Hedge.
my gosh. Do you just want me to start reading through headlines?
I mean, just see if there's a good one in the top 5.
Venezuela's oil industry may never recover. Tell me something I don't
know. Yeah.
After returning to White House, Trump implores Americans not to let COVID-19 dominate your life.
I mean, that's a good strategy for him.
Oh, yeah, this isn't good.
Oh, this is going to be the good one. What is it?
Las Vegas records alarming surge in apartment tenants unable to pay rent.
Ooh,
That's bad.
that's really bad. Because Vegas goes under. Yeah, that's bad.
You want to keep going? Here's another one. Millions risk losing power over unpaid utilities.
Go back. Like, everybody listening to this, go back and tell me I did not say that 3 months ago. Go back and... Where's my wife when I need her? I said that months ago.
Oh, here's a nice one. Lockdown, the new totalitarianism.
You're right. You're right.
Where did I go?
You're right. There's really nothing economy on there besides Venezuela's oil.
John McAfee arrested in Spain and charged with tax evasion.
Oh, so he got charged with tax. Okay.
The picture that they used, oh my gosh.
Is it awful?
Yes. Do you want to see it? You need
Yeah,
to see this.
yeah, I do. Yep, that's John McAfee.
Yep, that's...
Yeah.
It's him without a shirt on and a lot of women around him.
Doesn't he have suspenders on?
He does have suspenders on.
Looks like a grade A Chippendale.
Yeah, sure.
Although, this keeps going, I might get that dream home in Vegas if I just want it on the cheap.
Iran threatens to sink UAE and Israel over 3 disputed islands in the Gulf.
Huh?
I don't know.
I really want to start every episode with, here's your daily depressing rundown from Zero Hedge.
Wall Street agrees a Democratic sweep is great for stocks.
Trump's going to win.
Oh. We need to cover that in a different episode.
What?
That one.
Okay.
Yeah. Just want to roll into the next episode right after this.
No.
Okay.
This is like, we've been doing episodes long enough that like I'm actually brain fried after like 50 minutes. Because we don't write.
Same old.
Because we don't write like things out anymore. It's, hey, ready? We're gonna wing it. How the time we don't know what we're gonna talk about until 5 minutes before?
This is true. Well, you might know. I don't know. Oh, man. How we made the top 10% richer than ever. Yeah, this isn't helping. Schiff. A Biden win is bearish for the dollar and bullish for gold. This is interesting. Like it's been a really long time since I just went through Zero Hedge headlines. Usually it's something that's actually like comes up on stuff. Schools are closing in New York City.
They are?
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Over COVID concerns.
Here it comes.
What?
Shutdown number 2.
Yeah.
The rumor is the vote's going to be all on the 29th.
CDC has reconfirmed that COVID-19 airborne transmission is possible. There's an ad in here that says Mount Rushmore featuring Trump. Is this what it should look like?
You know, somebody did write a book. I think it was O'Reilly. That said, somebody wrote a book about Trump called The Last Great American President. It's Hannity O'Reilly.
If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
Oh, this should be interesting. Say it. We already determined you're a nice person. Or a good person. So.
True. Very true.
Oh, YouTube just texted me to tell me we're still alive.
China complains Trump's TikTok ban violates World Trade Organization rules.
I think it does.
It might, but as we've already discussed, they're banned, but they're not. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I was still using it today.
I mean, when was the ban supposed to take effect?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. CNN claims Trump doctors are purposely misleading and hiding things. I need to stop. I have to stop. I gotta stop.
Oh, why? You're about to get worked up. It's going to be fun.
No, I'm just getting depressed is what it is.
Oh.
News is depressing. That's where we're at.
Anything else? Where do you think the economy is going to go in the next 18 months?
Down.
Where do you think your relationship is going to go in the next 18 months?
Down.
What do you think is going to happen to ammo supply in the next 18 months?
Depends on what you mean by supplies. Like, are you talking about in stores?
Yeah.
Down. I mean, they're already down. They're pretty low already.
I don't know. I haven't looked.
I know. They're down significantly. Like, so I have a gun that for a long time ammo was cheap and I could find it anywhere. And even after ammo started being short, like I can find ammo for that gun anywhere. recently it's been really hard to find ammo for it, and I'm starting to worry. Like, everybody else is having trouble finding ammo. I never have trouble finding ammo, and I'm having trouble finding ammo. I am concerned.
YOLO. YOLO. That's a better term for nowadays. YOLO.
You only
Die once.
that's really dark.
That's a fact.
Is that like the theme song for, what was it, MASH? Suicide Payments.
Oh, tell people where they can find you on Twitter.
I'm on the Twitter.
Gotcha.
I'm on the Twitter at the Lucas Cohen.
Karma.
You ready?
Exactly, karma.
Thus begins a long string of retribution.
Have you tried DMT? I'm on everything else. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, yada, 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 yada. At Greg Jingle, Jerry G. J. I am Jilly. We're also on what?
No, sorry. Keep going. Didn't mean to look at you.
It wasn't that you looked at me. It's like you stretched your arm and you're like, here we go. Anyway, I'm on any social media you can possibly ever find me on. This podcast is also on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor, Overcast, and any other major podcast, any place you get your podcast at. Please like it. Please subscribe to it. Please leave a good review for it. Also, please tell your friends about it. Please tell your friends about it, because we can only go as far as you let us go. What?
Was it YouTube again?
Yeah.
We're almost done.
Yeah. It's like,
don't worry.
Yeah. Screw up your tagline.
Vote bold, vote gold. JoJo 2020.
Fall for nothing. Question everything. And be prepared for anything. Till Valhalla, guys. Bye.